Welcome back. I'm Necroxix. We'll call this episode 2 of the Council. Well, this is episode 1, but my part 2. We're heading up towards the manor, but I think we can read something here.
A Latin inscription. En necis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
I have no linguistic skills, and I don't have any cultism. So we're going to be screwed as far as linguistic stuff, which looks like would be useful. Oh well. To the manor. Looks lovely.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Manual labor, money, resources, a construction crew. How did the pyramids get built? Obviously, people did stuff. You start stacking things and putting them together, and you'll be done in no time. That is a big fucking door. Oh. Thankfully, the internet connection thing is holding out, so... Menacing.
Whoa. Impressive.
Dude.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you?
Yep.
You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help...
3 blunders left. Whoa, see at the top it says 3 blunders left. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Ooh, no. Confrontations. During a confrontation, you have to go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences on the rest of your story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. Uh-oh. Each confrontation displays an interface showing how much the person you are talking to is convinced. Oh boy. Alright, I'm ready.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally.
Fuck you, bitch.
Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
I should probably not be forceful, because that would be really weird. Yes, she's been here for several weeks now.
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Yeah.
You're right. I shall see her tomorrow, then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
Sure.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Not
Most
likely.
certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
We package and assemble matches into boxes and ship them out. That, right? Shit. Okay, so the skills here I'm not able to utilize. So I can either say I don't, like it's a secret, or we are members of the Golden Order. If I tell him it's a secret, that might ruin our little chance, though, no?
My mother and I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order,
Yeah.
which I joined a few years ago. Mother trained me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
Totally.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your mother work for a secret society. It would seem that discretion is not one of your specialities, my son. You will understand that it does not encourage me to put my trust in you.
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
All the same,
That
it
backfired.
bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see it.
Totally.
I hesitate.
How about I kill you and take
Up
it?
till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Yes. I can pretend I don't want it if I had manipulation. Oh, I have limited time. Okay. Well,
Only you know that, Your Eminence.
personality. Each person you meet on the island has their own personality, which makes them vulnerable to certain skills, immune to others. Exploiting the personality is crucial to achieve your personal goals. Skills used against immunities will not succeed and leave you exhausted. Meanwhile, exploited vulnerabilities will give you 1 extra effort point back. Should I have not done that? Immunity revealed. Oh, I see. Wait. Vulnerability revealed. I don't know.
If you're asking me if you can trust me, or if I...
Hold on, let me see this. Is that this dude? Vulnerability, questioning, to be discovered. Okay, so we don't really know anything.
Secret, I would answer yes. Absolutely.
I understand.
In truth, it all depends on the nature of the contents of your letter.
Yeah, just give it to me.
It is a list of names.
This list must be of extreme importance.
Ah, if only you knew. It's a list of people that your mother must help. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Yeah, sure. Before your God, I promise. Confrontation. Last step. For the last step of a confrontation, you must convince the person you are talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat until either you get it right, give a right one, or you have no blunders left. Oh, does this mean if you fuck up, it replays the scenario then? Interesting. It's definitely an interesting approach. I'm kind of digging it so far, even if I am making a bit of a mess of it. Listen, I don't believe in God. Promise. Okay, no worries.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
And everybody on the internet.
Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Riche. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priest's safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son.
But she's so ugly.
Only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure.
About?
Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Oh, we're looking at it. that guy seems to have just unloaded a lot of weird secret information. You'd think we would have, like, gone into, like, a private room or something and not just talked in the lobby where there's other people around, no? Hidden elements. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure, so do not hesitate to look for them. I will not hesitate, don't worry. Turn the list over to the Spanish for the Inquisition. Yes! That's about the right time frame, isn't it, for the Spanish Inquisition? My history is not that good, but nobody expects the Spanish Sorry. Let's see. So, right now we've used up a good bit of the effort points. I don't think I can spend anything yet, right? Okay, so there's no XP gained yet. Maybe it happens, like, overnight or something. Don't know what the deal here is. I guess talent's kind of... Oh, I think I understand. Each talent has a prerequisite skill set. When you meet the requirements with the combination, it might unlock the time, or the skill itself. Ooh, I want to do calculus, come on. It started in the 1470. Oh, yeah, this game's in late 1700s. It's like 1793. So that's like 300 years later. That could be a problem. Inventory. A sealed letter given by Piaggi or whatever for blah blah blah. I'll see if I want to open it once in my room. Okay, so for now, can't do anything about that. Let's admire Lord Mortimer or whatever. Oh look, it's the same Unity stuff we see in other games. I guess Lord Mortimer loves Unity assets. I'm not going to harp on that too much though. I mean, the game looks fine. So we got some peoples over there. I think we could exit if we wanted to go back to the pier for some reason, which we do not. We got some laxatives on this counter. Devil's Thorn grants you exalted state. You temporarily see the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting a dialogue choice in a conversation. You cannot carry more than 5. Not really sure what immunities and vulnerabilities help with yet. Unless it's like one person's vulnerable to you lying as opposed to telling the truth or something. Or if it's more specific to the skill types.
Fall of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
I see. That's a history lesson by Wordwin himself. Oh yeah.
A Chinese coin.
We got a Chinese coin that was laying on the floor in this mansion. That was expecting guests for a party. You'd think they would have cleaned up a little better, no? Just gonna run around and see if there's any other clickable items and stuff. Tell me more about this Unity painting.
Blind Oedipus. Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny.
At least he got head.
Saturn devouring his son. Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
I guess you're easily disturbed then. You're not from the internet, are you? Well, there was no internet in the 1700s, was there?
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down, out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall.
Maybe he was doing a trick. Like, Jesus already has this whole crucifixion thing nailed. I have to one-up him somehow. Can I go... Where? Okay, can't go there. There's an upstairs little area. Can I go in this door? I'm just gonna check. So I don't want to go to my room just yet. But I don't know if I want to go up there first or if I want to... We'll just go here. Just call me Mutton Chops Necroxix.
Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Flip through it, but I don't have any thingy. We'll just take this book in front of everybody. Maybe nobody will notice.
Very well. How are you? Thank you, my friend.
I don't know how to use items, though. It doesn't. So there's the
I
Duchess.
thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us.
He's a vampire.
Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make
What?
your acquaintance, Mr. President.
It's George
Pleased
Washington.
to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance.
Totally.
It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you'll forgive my indiscretion?
None of your business, George Washington. My mother.
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir.
Yes, we were.
His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Richet's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits.
Shove it, Washington.
Financial secrets or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Hey.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
We're here to party.
Not in the slightest.
No?
As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
Happy fun
Listen,
time.
Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests,
During which time we remake the world.
accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
None of your business, Washington. Invent something.
Like you, Mr. President,
Invent the
I'm
light
here
bulb.
as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
I picked my nose earlier
Seriously, though,
when I was speaking about
I
God.
know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Oh, George Washington knows something about my mom. Oh. 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 Fuck me.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit.
Oh.
That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apology.
Oh my god, you're so
He's
awful.
asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
He's the ugliest thing I've seen
And
yet.
now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
Ew.
My
I
dear
lost my
fellow,
appetite.
You must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home.
No, fuck
I
that.
saw him in my vision.
Like, I love to, you know, go and eat and stuff, but your face made me lose my appetite. Ugh, that is a face no one, not even the mother, would like. Good God. Ugh. Just, ugh. I'd rather be buddy-buddy with George Washington. He runs little place called America, or the United States of America. It's gonna be big one day, guys. I'm gonna stay here with my buddy George Washington, and I'm gonna ask him if I can borrow $1.
Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Yeah, no, get your ugly face out of mine.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry, Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
Hold on, before I continue that. Like, I was mentioning this earlier, the game has its own unique art style. Like, the models themselves look really good in the sense of graphical design, like the actual modeling and stuff. It looks as if it's just, they're designed to look the way they do. It's not like a technical limitation. I think that's just the particular flair and style that they went with. So graphically good, even if I use the word ugly, it's ugly by design, is what I'm getting at here. George Washington doesn't quite look like I remember him, though. Character, journal. George fucking Washington. This is not the George Washington. I mean, he kind of looks like George Washington. But yeah, I mean, like the facial details and stuff, there's a lot of detail in these models. As ugly as they are, you know. Not everyone's going to be like cute anime girls with perfect complexions and stuff. Some of them are going to be like George Washington here. Didn't George Washington have wooden teeth, though? Or am I remembering my history wrong? George Washington is a founding father and first president of the United States of America. Shared his life between military, political success, introduced by blah 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 to the upper circle. So my mom introduced him to the order. Took the helm of America. Tired of politics, he wanted to retire. Taking into account what Marmor encouraged him to come out of retirement, so he went back from retirement. Most people over 40 did. Yeah, wooden teeth, that doesn't sound very promising. Like, such a porous material. But, hey. At least you can still have rotten teeth, even with fake ones. He ran for a second term and was successful. So, this is his second term of presidency in the United States. He definitely knows something, that's for damn fucking sure. Invited by Mortimer to the island, Washington likes to attend social gatherings incognito. Maybe he should have wore like sunglasses or like the masquerade ball mask things or something. I mean, it's like, instead of being like, "Hey, I'm George Washington. I run America." Anyways.
President Washington is in fact the leader of the order in the United States.
I didn't know.
He also runs the country.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
Indeed.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask.
I need $1.
And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Can you give me $1, Mr. Washington? I need to see who's on the bill. Do they even use dollars yet? I don't know. Tell me more about Mortimer, or where does Emily know my mother from? Who's Emily? Is she Emily? Let's find out. Hillsborough Emily. Yes, she is. She accepted Sir Gregory Holmes' invitation to come to the manor, or the island, because for nothing in the world would she miss one of these famed receptions. Sorry if I'm blocking part of that with my stupid face and recognition button overlays. So, do I want to know more about Emily and get in her pants? Or take advantage of Mr. Washington and find out more about Mortimer? Say he was crafty. He refused to pay, just used an expense account, then bought everything he wanted. I wish I could do the same. I got some stuff I'd love to buy. Like, I'd just fucking buy out the ISP. I'd be like, fuck it. This neighborhood's getting fiber, and just fucking run fiber. Put it on my card. I'm sure that would be a couple $100,000 at least, if not a couple million, but it would be worth it. Or I could just move somewhere. But I don't know if I should ask Washington about Emily. But I am kind of curious about Emily. Right now, she's like kind of my like target. She's the least ugly of the bunch, and I think he's got it. Like, I think I got a chance. Mr. Washington, tell me, where does Emily know my mother from? Couldn't I ask her myself though? Yeah, because I would probably ask her herself. So tell me more about Mortimer. Tell me what you know, Mr. Washington, about Mortimer.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Lord Mortimer is a remarkable man. He's wealthy and is advisor to the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the Order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer...
Hold on, let me pause that for a sec. So just so I'm clear-headed, George Washington is the head of the Order in America. Our mother is the head of the Order in France. Just keeping all the facts in line, because sooner or later we're going to be racking our heads over this, I'm sure.
They contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an advantage.
And that is to his credit.
Yes, you can trust him. He will do everything in his power to help you find Sarah.
Really?
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
And how did he come to know her, or when did he see her for the last... Ooh. Do I want to know how he got to know her? Or do I want to know more accusatorily, when did you last see her? So do I want more history on him, or do I want a potential hint as to where she might be based on what... Let's get some history.
Where did you first meet her?
I met Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil. She was
America.
introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
I want a statue.
Well, I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden.
Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
I got more.
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about?
I don't have politics skills, so that puts me at a disadvantage with Mr. Washington, I guess. When you saw each other, what did you talk about? So either the Golden Order or mysteries that surround us. Should I even mention the Golden Order around Miss Boobs here? Or the mystery? Let's talk about the Golden Order anyways.
When she came to the U.S., did you exchange ideas about the Golden Order?
Exactly. What's more, she was essential in helping set up the American branch of the Order. I would never have become its leader without her help. We are a new country, and to achieve our democratic ideals, we need to count on discrete powers such as our organization.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed.
I won't, huh?
And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
So, Mr. Washington, what can you tell me about your thoughts on Canada? Actually, I have no idea on the history of Canada. So, like, I know it's, like, right on the border. But at what point Canada became its own thing and all that is, no idea. I just know some people showed up in America, kind of beat up the Indians and took them their land, and then we got wooden teeth, and eventually Benjamin Franklin did stuff with a kite. That's history right there. Excuse me. Do the others in the Order know, do you think, or And what if Mother has left the island? Well, we don't think the Mother left the island. She's obviously, or at least it's hinted at, that she's got to be here. And really strangely, she's like hiding on the island for some fucking reason. To the others in the Order, no. Your mother's research is his main concern. Yeah, this is the question.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holmes.
No one asked you.
A situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America.
America.
I did not know that your mother would even be among us.
Maybe she
In
won't
any
be.
case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Clues to what? Ooh, the book on the quay. Yeah, I trust you, Washington and Emily.
But I did find a book that belongs to my mother.
It carries her
Where
scent.
did you find it?
That's what worries me. I found it hidden on the wharf.
Do you think she was preparing to discreetly leave?
I don't know.
An extremely likely proposition.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
1931, huh?
Careful, they're coming back.
Ooh, who's this? Why is... Look at George Washington's
Well,
face.
I'm impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal.
Shut
But I
up.
must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holmes, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed.
See that
with
look he
us,
gave?
but the
He's
poor
like,
thing
"Rrr."
is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Of the Adams family.
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's
I did
attitude.
something.
Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest.
Maybe he pooped himself.
You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I have to be vigilant.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
You're drooling a little, Mr.
Rest
President.
assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Fuck you, ugly.
Washington looks surprised.
Yeah, I gotta be really
But
vigilant.
Holmes doesn't seem to see it.
He's ugly.
I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
The masked man, huh? Right, I still had more items I wanted to steal. Like I saw what you said on Canada, but I
Ladies,
Can't get a word in.
gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
can I sleep with the girl instead?
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Can I sleep with you?
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
So Canada branched off from the UK then. Canada, fuck yeah. Going back downstairs. Dun, dun. Oh, I can't. Okay, fine, I don't want to go downstairs. Because I know there was more stuff to investigate, but it went into the cutscene with the peoples, so I couldn't. Space to see what the map looks like. So we've got a whole bunch of rooms around a circular corridor. 4 sets of stairs. Mystery something there. Cool. I don't know what the hell I discovered when I was clicking on the people's during that momentary investigation thing it throws at you sometimes. I know I made a missed opportunity in there somewhere. So yeah. So which room was Emily's room? Let's go to her room. I've got some business to her with my wiener.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to open up and pull down your pantaloons. And prepare for the paddling of a lifetime. Oh yeah. Maybe tomorrow night. Gonna just... Okay, I picked something up. Collector coin.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Godoy to you too. Doop. Mouse sensitivity is really weird in this game. I don't know if it's using some kind of smoothing or what, but it don't feel right. Hey, it's Cthulhu. Are you Cthulhu? No, you don't have a cutscene or dialogue. Bummer. Doop. Fascinating. I see a clock. I see a window. Wait, where would this even go to? Because I'm facing inside. Okay, there's rooms right there. So there's like this huge, maybe like an inner courtyard or something. Like in the center of the mansion, perhaps. Don't know which room's mine, but we're bound to find it sooner or later.
Huh, that's me.
Oh. We'll explore the rest first, because there might be items and clues and whatnot. Honestly, this almost reminds me of that board game Clue, as if this is like the first night where it's only going to end up in like someone being murdered or something, and then the game begins, but I don't think that's the case, but just, I get that Clue vibe.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Aha, it was Necroxix in the library with the butcher knife. What was that? Oh, that was... Okay, never mind. Do. We do like chalk outlines and shit, like, oh, he died like this. That'll be useful. Royal jelly. Gotten a good bit of that stuff so far. And I think there was a limit to how much you could carry as well. It said something like 5. I don't know if this will refill after the day or the night or whatever or not, so I'm not going to use it yet since you can access the inventory during dialogue. Mystery stuff, mystery nothing. Ah, fuck. Oh, okay. This place is a mess. Do. It says, go to your room. I say, fuck you. Do whatever I want. Yeah, every now and then the mouse just, like, shoots for some reason. I don't know why.
President George Washington.
So that's Washington's room. Hopefully he's a good ally to our cause, whatever that may be. I'm guessing Emily might be related to, like, the England branch, perhaps? We're part of the France thing. Oh, here we go, something. Collector coin. I don't know what the hell those are. I'm glad I'm running this on the new PC that I have, because I think performance would have been horrendous on the old system. Even on this system I had to drop the settings to medium. But since it's not like a shooter or action game or anything, it's not that big a deal. But still, you know. And did we make a full circle at this point? No, we're on the other half. Thing. Canada, fuck yeah. Wonder what the relation is.
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Oh. Okay. Can I come down here? Nope. At least not right now.
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Performance does feel a little wonky, even though it says 60 FPS. I can feel like what feels like stutter. That's the little... Or no, that's not there. I'm assuming I can't go up here, we'll see. Nope. Okay. Got a fireplace. Or at least a fire hazard. Aha.
Decorum guide.
What is it? I don't know. Put stupid plants here, that's stupid. Can't go down. Nothing else here. Not that I can see. Whose room is this?
Sir Jacques Perru?
Okay. Got people's luggage.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yeah, what he said. More stairs. Oh, wait. There's something here. Collector. What the fuck are collector coins? I'm usually not much for collection / achievement type stuff, so that if that's what it's for, it's like, eh.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Okay, so we're back at the entrance now. Alright, we can go to our room then. That was here, right? No.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Right. Okay, where was my room? It was this way and to the right somewhere now. Right here. Booyah. Honey, I'm home.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Just don't let him find out. Ooh. I need a lot of subterfuge if I wanted to. Well, at the moment, it's only a list of names. So that shouldn't be useful to us yet. We don't really know what the fuck is going on, so I'm assuming it'll let us open it later. So let's leave it closed for now.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so...
Yeah, but I lied.
Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Yeah, he uses all the Unity stock assets. Like all the... I don't know if those are or not, but a lot of the ones we saw downstairs look real familiar, and we've seen them many times before. Caramelite water. We'll call it camel toe water. Gives you the focused state. Your next skill use will cost no effort. You cannot carry more than 5.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Yeah, it gives you camel toe with wings.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
Hey, Saturn's just a hungry dude.
Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Cool mentor.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes.
Damn propaganda art. Yeah.
The conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
What the hell is that? Like a bowl or something in the back? I don't know. Who cares? Okay, something locked. Can't do nothing about it.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Maybe he just...
Inferno by Dante.
Okay.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Ding there. Yeah, pretty nice big-ass room. But I saw something. Nope. Yeah, there's something weird with the mouse sensitivity. It's actually inconsistent and jumpy. What does this look like? Oh, it's like a double room or something. Let's come out here. This is where we go to smoke. In the 1700s, they have not yet quite developed e-cigarette technologies. In fact, I don't even know if they had electricity yet. Or, well, no, I guess not. I think those are all lanterns. Also, it's an island, so it's like, where would they have a power plant? Hey, more stuff. Camel toe water and... oh, royal jelly. Okay, we're full on that. Well, if we're full on it, then we might as well use the one we got, right? Yeah. Press 1 to use. Oh, I see. Those restore 2 points. But maybe those get restored if I sleep anyways. I don't know how the game works quite yet. Ooh, what's this? Oh, collector coin. Great.
A Byzant from the Byzantine Empire.
A what?
A coin often used during the St. Louis era.
Is that a plate full of pigeons? Looks like a plate of pigeons. I think I will skip the disease-ridden appetizer. Like, I'm still full from looking at that ugly guy's face. No, it would take so long to explore your own room. Uh-oh. Success. I went up to the manor, I pieced together my mother's movements when on the docks, convinced Peggy to trust me, I met Washington, I remained in the Grand Hall to speak with Mr. Washington, found a strange book, and I asked questions about Mother. I have no failed anythings, that's good. I think alternative path. I could have joined Sir Holmes in the small salon, and I could have made an unexpected encounter. A little cryptic there, but hey, success list speaks for itself. Ooh, we're leveling the fuck up. Hell yeah. Okay, so unlocking traits, meeting characters, picking up items, everything gives XP. Objectives giving probably the biggest, items being second. I have 4 points. Hell yeah. So now the question is, what do I want to investigate in? Oddly placed elements, vigilance, questioning. I think I should do some logic. We'll hold off on agility. We'll max out vigilance, and we'll put one in logic. I think we'll try and focus on one thing first, and then kind of maybe look a little bit into some of these, or maybe even political or linguistic thing, now that I see that it's going to be useful, or how it's going to be useful. But for now, this is what we're doing. Equipping manuscripts. Here you can choose what to read during the adventure. Each manuscript you read confers skill points at the end of the quest. So, skill point etiquette, science, conviction, or psychology? Let's do the science. Okay, I can only equip one apparently. Oh, it did refresh all my effort points. Hey, get out of my room, you buttholes.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
De Richet can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Will we?
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
I think he's mad.
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come,
Should have
take
flipped
a
the
seat,
table.
friend.
That really expresses your anger. So is this a dream or what's going on? I don't understand what's going on. But Washington's here. I'm in my jammy. Nope, now I'm the servant guy again.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Seems to be a lot of tension.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
How about benzos? Those work pretty well
Thank
too.
you. And to you too, sir.
Seems to be a lot of friction between Washington and that ugly guy. Maybe this guy's got like some sort of superpower type thing. Wow, his nose just sucked all the blood back up. I'm coming, give me like 2 minutes to finish. Here, let's end this episode here.